Uganda's ambassador to Canada, Joy Ruth Aceng, found herself at the center of a diplomatic turmoil that culminated in her deportation back to Uganda in late August 2024. This extraordinary turn of events followed a series of controversial actions that led to Aceng being declared persona non grata by the Canadian government. This unprecedented move sent ripples through the international diplomatic community and highlighted the delicate nature of Uganda's political landscape under Museveni's long-standing regime. The catalyst for this unprecedented deportation was a viral video shared by Robert Kyagulanyi, leader of Uganda's opposition National Unity Platform (NUP) party. The video circulated rapidly across social media platforms, depicting Ambassador Aceng engaging in what Canadian authorities unequivocally deemed uncouth behavior on the bustling streets of Toronto. The footage, which quickly amassed millions of views and ignited fierce debates online, showed Aceng, conspicuously dressed in a yellow sleeveless dress and dark sunglasses, embroiled in a heated exchange with supporters of Uganda's National Unity Platform (NUP) party. These NUP members were conducting a peaceful protest against what they perceived as governance issues plaguing their home country of Uganda. The incident unfolded against a backdrop of simmering political tensions in Uganda, a nation that has long grappled with accusations of authoritarianism and suppression of political dissent. Of particular concern was the abduction of Akilio Kivumbi, the head of security at NUP headquarters in Kampala. Kivumbi had been violently abducted and charged with possession of military wear, a case that had already sparked outrage among opposition supporters and human rights organizations and activists both within Uganda and internationally. During the confrontation in Toronto, which lasted several minutes and drew a crowd of onlookers, Ambassador Aceng was heard making a series of controversial statements that would later come back to haunt her. Among the most provocative were her accusations that NUP supporters were abducting themselves to garner sympathy and tarnish the image of Museveni's government. She went so far as to threaten to call the Canadian police to forcibly remove the NUP protesters from the area, a move that many viewed as an egregious overreach of her diplomatic authority and a clear violation of the right to peaceful assembly in Canada. Aceng's actions, particularly her open and aggressive engagement in partisan politics while serving as a diplomat on foreign soil, were quickly condemned as a severe breach of diplomatic protocol. Diplomats are expected to maintain a level of neutrality and decorum, especially when representing their countries abroad. Aceng's behavior not only violated these norms but also raised serious questions about the extent to which Ugandan officials felt empowered to suppress dissent, even beyond their own borders. The Canadian government, already concerned about previous incidents involving Aceng, viewed this latest episode as the final straw. Citing multiple unresolved issues with the ambassador's conduct, Canadian authorities made the decisive and rare decision to declare her persona non grata, effectively expelling her from the country. This move was formally communicated to the Ugandan government through diplomatic channels, giving Aceng a limited timeframe to leave Canadian soil. The decision to expel Aceng was soon confirmed by Uganda's State Minister for Foreign Affairs, Henry Okello Oryem. In a press conference that made headlines across East Africa, Oryem expressed deep disappointment in the turn of events but notably did not defend Aceng's actions. Instead, he acknowledged that the ambassador had fallen on her own sword, a tacit admission that her behavior had been indefensible and had left the Ugandan government with little room to maneuver diplomatically. This incident cast a harsh spotlight on the broader context of Uganda under the long-standing rule of Museveni. Museveni, who has been in power since 1986, faces mounting criticism both domestically and internationally for his government's treatment of opposition figures and alleged human rights abuses. The confrontation in Canada between a government-appointed diplomat and opposition supporters serves as a microcosm of the deep political divisions that has long characterized Uganda's tumultuous political landscape. The other points to note: Aceng's behavior in Toronto was not an isolated incident but rather a reflection of a broader pattern of intimidation and harassment of opposition supporters, both within Uganda and among the diaspora community. The deportation of Ambassador Aceng raised serious questions about the vetting process for diplomatic appointments in Uganda. Many wondered how an individual prone to such confrontational behavior could have been entrusted with representing Uganda on the international stage. This scrutiny extended beyond Acheng to the entire Ugandan diplomatic corps, with calls for a comprehensive review of diplomatic appointments and training procedures. The incident also underscored the unique challenges faced by Uganda's opposition, who had long claimed harassment and persecution both at home and abroad. The fact that even in Canada, thousands of miles from Uganda, opposition supporters felt the need to protest, and then faced confrontation from their own country's ambassador, highlighted the global nature of Uganda's political struggles. The incident also reignited important discussions about political freedoms and the role of diaspora communities in shaping international perceptions of their home country's political climates. Many Ugandans living abroad saw the confrontation in Toronto as an opportunity to bring global attention to the political situation in their homeland, leveraging social media and international press coverage too. This deportation has also had unexpected consequences for Uganda's diplomatic relations beyond Canada. Other countries began scrutinizing the behavior of Ugandan diplomats more closely, wary of similar incidents occurring on their soil. This increased scrutiny put additional pressure on Ugandan diplomatic missions worldwide to maintain the highest standards of professionalism and neutrality. Thank you for your time. If you found this video useful and informative, consider subscribing to our channel, JB Mwangi Podcast. Share your thoughts about this deportation in the comments section below. What do you say about it?